by Professor E.W. Moore. And he is one half of the current CWA Tag Team Championships. Sweet Daddy White.
Well, the crowd, of course, voices their disapproval of Sweet Daddy as Professor E.W. Moore gingerly removes the glasses. And, of course, Damian Kane is down here, too. And it looks like it's going to be a handicap match, Bob.
And now the slow disrobing and a very careful care to those championship belts. And again, we see your friend there in the big green Gene machine.
Well, I don't know. Professor E.W. Moore, I still can't get over the size of this guy. He is as wide as Dr. Death is tall. Now, this could be a good match if Damian and the Professor stay out of it.
Well, Lou wants to wrestle. Sweet Daddy, not quite ready. And while they're waiting to make up their mind to get started, Ron Barry, I'd like to just mention, you know, the CWA is picking up fans of all ages from all over the area. And I ran into a fan by the name of Katie Whitman from Allentown, Pennsylvania. And she's been writing for the magazines and getting all the information. Her dad tells me that she locks the room at 9 o'clock when the program is in her area, and she stays in there till 10. And all they do, they hear her yelling and screaming and rooting and stomping on the floor downstairs. So it's a great hour for her.
Well, we welcome Katie Whitman to the CWA family of fans. Look at this action between Lou Fabiano and Sweet Daddy White. Damian's over there, the Professor's over there, and Lou Fabiano is all over Sweet Daddy White.
Sweet Daddy cannot get unhooked from the ropes.
And he cannot believe what is happening to him. I'll tell you, if Fabiano wins this match, it is a real feather in his cap, I'll tell you that.
I think Sweet Daddy would rather go to the locker room.
I think so, but he's going to have to get back in there and face Lou Fabiano. I don't think that Sweet Daddy thought that Fabiano would give him this kind of competition.
And again, Lou still stalking now with a leg flap.
Oh, Sweet Daddy is hurting. Lou is an experienced wrestler. He knows what he's doing. And every move is entirely legal.
And Damian Kane, his partner, outside the ropes, can't do much about it.
Well, you may be right for the moment, Bob, but I have a strong hunch that Sweet Daddy and Lou will not be alone in that ring for very long. And again, Fabiano takes down Sweet Daddy. This is the most competition Sweet Daddy has had in months here at the CWA. And Damian and E.W. Moore are virtually stymied. They don't know what to do.
Sweet Daddy doesn't know what to do. Now he's getting angry.
Well, back in goes Sweet Daddy. He is going to have to use every weapon in his arsenal.
And there's one of them. Another.
Oh, ain't that a kick in the head. Well, Lou is hurting now.
Does Damian want some airtime, Ron?
Damien always wants airtime. He's a camera hog. An obvious chokehold by Sweet Daddy White. Going for the pin. Or is he? Handful of hair and it looks like a chin lock. That looks like a legal chin lock.
A legal
chin lock. Yes. But it's very, very close. Very close to a choke.
It's very close to the neck.
Right.
And Sweet Daddy applying pressure.
Fabiano gets Sweet Daddy in a hammerlock, and he's working on that arm and that shoulder at the same time. Look at this. Oh! That hurts. That hurt me, and I'm over here, and I'm staying here.
Come on, Sweet Daddy!
Who's going to try the other arm?
Yes, he is. I don't think Sweet Daddy's going to do much flying tonight.
And Lou Fabiano is taunting Damien Kane at ringside.
This is proving to be an exceptional match.
He's kicking him. Break it up. Shut up.
Our handheld camera has that microphone on it, and you can hear basically everything that Damien is saying when he's over there. Fabiano's still working on that arm, and Sweet Daddy is weakening.
And Sweet Daddy said, I'm not giving up.
You know, there's one thing I never asked Sweet Daddy, and I absolutely have to the next time I have an opportunity to interview him. How in the world did he get that name?
The arm is now beginning to look like a pretzel. Oh, a little help from the sideline there as the referee is once again being detained.
This referee ought to know better by now. A couple of punches to the face. Sweet Daddy is trying to smother Lou Fabiano. And the referee is clapping his hands and saying, come on, guys. Come on, Sweet Daddy, let's break it up. Punch to the stomach. Headlock, takedown. Oh, drove his head right into the mat. And Fabiano, I think, has just about had it at this point. There's a Sweet Daddy fan club over there being led by Damien. Sweet Daddy almost tried. I'm sorry to interrupt you there, Bob. Sweet Daddy just tried to suplex Fabiano. Didn't quite make it, but it hurt just the same.
Well, his forehead hit the canvas first, and now the body slam.
There he goes. Big splash, made famous by Haystacks Calhoun. And he didn't go for the pin. I can't believe that, how unmerciful this Sweet Daddy White is.
He wants to make sure. Here it goes. Oh, Louis, another great move.
He went to the well once too often. Professor Moore doesn't like it. Damien doesn't like it. Because it made Sweet Daddy look kind of stupid. And now Fabiano kicks Sweet Daddy and a punch in the head. Body slam, or he almost tried to wrap him up in a small package and couldn't do it. Now Fabiano's got Sweet Daddy in a headlock. Oh, and tripped by Damien Kane.
A little help.
There's a body slam, and that's going to do it. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Well, obviously, this was a handicap match, as I said at the outset. Sweet Daddy White, Damien Kane, and Professor E.W. Moore. It took 3 to beat Lou Fabiano, and that's really a credit to Lou Fabiano. Here's John Akers.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 8 minutes and 22 seconds, your winner, Sweet Daddy White.
Sweet Daddy White officially over Lou Fabiano in a great, great match. We'll take a break right now, and we will be back with an interview with my buddy, Ray Apollo.
He is being managed by Professor E.W. Moore. Weighing in at 250 pounds from the continent of Europe, Damien Kane.
Well, Damien is from a wide geographical area. He is from all of Europe.
With one look.
No country in particular, just he's from all of Europe. And the professor is getting very adept at removing glasses. It's Paul Leibish and Damien Kane. And here's the action. Damien just walking around. Leibish kind of strutting, I think, while he has the chance.
Well, you might as well.
Well, I'll tell you, Paul Leibish is improving every week, too. A lot of these young wrestlers making their initial appearances with the CWA. Leibish doesn't want to have anything to do with Damien. And I don't understand this, because Damien's in the middle of the ring. He's not trying to beckon him over to the corner or anything.
He just wanted to shake hands with him.
Yeah, right. Headlock by Damien Kane. The professor's down here, but Sweet Daddy hasn't made his arrival yet.
And now, good counter move. We'll try it again.
Leibish goes behind Damien. And Damien's complaining to the referee that Leibish pulled his hair. Well, that's obviously not the case. Leibish has that hammer lock on Damien. Looks like Damien's having, I was going to say having trouble getting out, but a legitimate move there.
Damien having the pressure on that leg, Ron.
And Leibish, being smart, goes over to the ropes, but the professor tries to get Leibish away from the ropes. The professor has no business even touching Leibish, the ropes, or any part of the ring. Now, Paul Leibish is ready. He's serious. Damien has that arm. Leibish reverses it. Look at that. Surprise, surprise.
There they go again.
Damien working on the arm now. And again, Leibish reverses it. So far, this has been a real seesaw battle.
Back and forth, and now a distraction again. The referee does not see what's going on, and there's an elbow to the chin.
I cannot understand why this referee is not paying attention to the match. The heck with the manager. Handful of hair. Body slam. And Damien comes in. Oh, looks like Damien came in for the kill there. I think this is going to do it. 1, 2, no.
One more time.
Damien wants to punish Paul Leibish. He didn't like Leibish reversing those arm bars into the ropes. Kane misses. Oh, flying leap. 1, 2.
Not quite.
Well, I think that's the closest Damien Kane ever came to being pinned.
It was a great move by Leibish.
Sure was. Took Damien by complete surprise. Into the buckle. Off the buckle. A heel. And out goes Damien.
He's leaving. Getting help from his manager. A rub down.
Can we show this on television? And Leibish, oh, here comes Sweet Daddy. I knew it was too good to be true. I knew as soon as Damien got into a little bit of trouble, Sweet Daddy had to come down here. Sweet Daddy taunting the referee.
Damien Kane asking for a timeout.
There are no timeouts in pro wrestling. Look at Moore doing his dance. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the professor. I love it. He's no Pavlova, but he's doing a dance. I love it. Levish goes after Damien again. Takes him down. Working on the arm. I'll tell you, Bob, I don't really know what to make of this. I've never seen Levish so fired up.
Well, he'd love to get an upset victory.
This is turning into really quite a match. There's some of the crowd yelling, "Let's go, Damien, let's go." Look at this. Levish made a mistake. Damien's going to go out. Look at there. He's choking Levish. Grabs him by the hair.
And into the rope and out of the ring.
Right over here directly. Front of us.
Well, he didn't get my coat.
Now look at this. The professor gives Levish a shot. Kane, Sweet Daddy White goes after Levish with the stick. Oh, come on. The professor throws Levish back in the ring, and this, again, is turning into a handicap match.
Look out.
I think Levish has just about had it. Damien taking the padding off of the turnbuckle. Exposing that steel post. Oh, I hate to see this. Oh, that's it. That is it. Levish flew halfway across the ring. That's got to be it.
Here we go.
That's what you call rubbing salt into the wound. A big suplex, and that's it. 1, 2. Oh, and again.
Hey, he wouldn't let him. He brought him up.
Again, Damien wants to punish Paul Levish. And Levish comes back. Look at this. These fans are sitting here dumbfounded. They cannot believe what Paul Levish is doing. Levish is really mad. He is really, really mad. And he's working on that arm. Did Damien say Levish was choking him?
I believe so.
He's got one hand on the arm and one hand on the shoulder, and he's choking. Oh, that's it.
Look out.
Oh, poor Paul Levish. That's got to be it. If Damien doesn't pin him now, he ought to be disqualified. But Damien wants to punish Paul. Oh, look at this. A running body slam. Oh,
That should do it.
1, 2, 3. Finally, it is over. And there's a good shot of the Damien Kane fan club over there. Oh, look at that.
Well, now the referee is...
Can you believe this? Can you believe this? First they go after the referee. Now both. Oh,
Look out!
Oh, my goodness. Oh, look at this. Something has got to be done about this. That pig, Professor E.W. Moore, Damien threw the referee right out of the ring.
Well, what can you say? Man, the referee appears to be injured.
This is really disgusting. Well, let's go up to John for the decision.
We will
Ladies
get
and
a
gentlemen, 8
decision.
minutes and 15 seconds. Your winner, Damien Kane.
That has to be, out of all the despicable, disgusting things that Damien Kane has ever done, that's the worst. And look at this, Sweet Daddy White still on Levish with that stick. We'll take a break for a commercial. We'll be right back with the Concrete Cowboy in the spotlight.